Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, your host for the meet as we about to go down. So let's start the show right. And if you don't know what this is Dragon Sports Live. This is a show that chops it up, talks sports, and we listen to some music. So without further ado, we gonna hop right into it. We got a nice little lineup of music on the way, so let's get into it. I'm gonna let y'all know it's Scarlord Louder here on Dragon Sports Live, so check it out.
I've been believing for you a long time. I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying for you. Been hoping you come around for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. I've been believing for you a long time. I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying. Been hoping you come around for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. My sister don't love him like I do. So when I try to, started kicking like Ryu. So I gotta do what I gotta do. Can't run from it, can't run from it, can't run from it. Can't have an attitude like I don't want none of it. Gotta pray to God that she come from it. I know that my God is there, ain't no faking that. I'm waiting for breakthrough, bear grapefruit, break Satan back. Declare word over my house, get the prayer hard with my spouse. Expose the devil in his hideouts. Tell the church it's time to ride out. Intercede, watch them intervene. They don't wanna listen, got us in their dreams. Happened to me when I was in them streets. Know my mama and them was all on their knees. Now I do it for y'all. If you love them, get involved. Be aggressive, make the call. Pray the grace of the Lord to break your fall. Oh Lord, I'm believing for come around. True repentance and turn around. Before you lay underground, hear the trumpet and thunder sound. I put a prayer up through hell and high water, the air up there. It's what we be seated with Christ undefeated. Please know that He cares. I've been believing for you know that I care. Oh yeah, I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying for you. Hoping you come around for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. I've been believing for you a long time. I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying for you. Hoping you come around for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. Yeah, come around.
serious and some are clowns. Some pimping, some selling bounds. Some are up and some are down. Some swimming and some will drown. Some nobody, some renowned. Praying for those who are bound. Young Shay Shay by 17. Wanna know what love really means. Got with dude by twice her age. Got her pregnant, gave her AIDS. Met Jesus since she got saved. Talk about a turnaround. God healed her and baby too. Don't tell me what God won't do. Shay Shay is on fire now, praying her friends will come around. Got her baby daddy saved and his wife that was brave. Funny what you can do when you covered in the love of God. It will be so easy when before somehow it was hard. My God, continue to use me, Lord, so one day you'll be using them. No soldier when I see one, so one day you'll be choosing them. Won't stop building your kingdom until the day you come around. Anxiously anticipating the day that you coming down.
I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying for you. Hoping you come around for a long time. God got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. I've been believing for you a long time. I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying for you. Hoping you come around for a long time. God got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. Yeah. God got a plan in place just for you. Yeah. God got a plan in place just for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you just tuning in, then you're tuning in into Dragon Sports Live. I'm your host, Dante Payne, as we about to embark on, some chit-chat, some NFL, some baseball, MLB, a little football, Not so much baseball because baseball's still on lockdown, but a little chat, and then we'll listen to some music by local artists. It may be someone you know. So with that being said, welcome. But let's get right into it, though. So, baseball right now. Not too much is happening in the baseball industry, but the Twins did hire Hank Conger as first base and catching coach. And Padres star Fernando Tatis Jr., he is okay after the fall. Just little bruises, little scrapes, but he's okay. So he's good. And then even though the MLB did approve Justin Verlander's deal, even though it's still a lockout, but they approved of his deal, the 2-year for $50 million. So they approved of that deal, but we still have no more baseball activities as of yet at this current moment. We on lockdown right now for just baseball, but that's all that's happening in baseball. But as far as NFL, we had some games. We had some upsets. We had some upsets. We just had a lot going on, so, and I can break down all those things that happened thus in that time span. For instance, Justin Fields played against the Bears. And of course, Bears were up because every Bears and Packers game I watch, the Bears start out good, and then second half it's like the Jets just get turned on. So, and I look at it like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, when he said he owned the Bears, he literally, I feel like he toys with them. In the second half, you write off 4 touchdowns. It's like they don't know what to do. The first time when he got hurt against the Bears, he came back and was doing quick snaps, like no huddle, quick snap. Bears didn't know what to do. So I was like, okay, cool. But then you look at this last game, he literally just insulted the Bears and just like, oh, y'all think y'all winning? Say less. I don't really like it. I must admit, I used to be a Packers fan, but that's when they had Brett Favre. Used to be a Favre head, yes. But I'm forever gonna love my city, of course. And we have like a massive outbreak going on both in NFL and NBA as far as COVID. So we got quite a few teams that's on extreme COVID protocols. We got some that have quite a few players. One of those teams is the Browns. Right now, they currently have 8 players in COVID list. Other teams, the Rams, have quite a few on that list. And it's like this new variant or whatever variant we are on going around. It's like a lot of people catching it left and right. And it's sagning. Like, I don't want to see our sports get taken away, but we just need, all of us together just need to be more safe. And to add more to the Browns, so Mayfield and Stefanski are the latest to test positive for COVID-19. And like I said, for the Rams, you got OBJ and 9 among 9 that's placed on the COVID list by the Rams. So it's like the season gonna get tougher and tougher as we go. But it's like we just got to be safe no matter what and how you look at it. We just got to be safe, take it one day at a time, do our best, and wash our hands when we at all times. If we can't use hand sanitizer, we just have to do that. So if they can test have 2 negative tests within 24 hours of each other, they'll be able to return. But they will miss Cleveland's crucial game against the Las Vegas Raiders. So, and they backups. You got Case Keenum and Nick Mullins. So if he's not a go, Case Keenum will be starting. Nick Mullins will serve as backup. But it's like a lot of people who are asymptomatic, and then if you test every day, so ooh, excuse me. That's the latest on that. Like I said, OBJ out, Baker Mayfield out, Stefanski out, Landry out, and Chiefs defensive tackle Jones, he's out, but you get Snead returning. So there's like that's what's going on with as far as the NFL with these outbreaks. It's like we're losing a lot of key players, and then some of these players won't be available for the next game that's coming up. So, like I said, we got to take it one day at a time. With Daniel Jones out with a neck injury, Mike Glennon had started for the Giants. That's right, I said it. Former Bear, Mike Glennon, he had started. So that was I ain't gonna say, it was a tough. Yeah, I'll just say it was tough. Tough week, especially for those who was right on the games. So like Cleveland barely won against Baltimore, came back and win, and yet the way it's looking is gonna end up being down to the wire with it's Baltimore needs this team to lose. need the Steelers team and Cleveland need this team to lose. It feel like it's gonna be that way again. Just how things are looking. Minnesota did come beat Pittsburgh 36-28. And then the Falcons beat Carolina 29-21. So that was a close game. As I mentioned earlier, Green Bay beat the Bears 45-30. So we only lost by 15 points, which is not bad. It's not as bad as Las Vegas Raiders losing to Kansas City. So Kansas City is now on a 6-game winning streak, and they beat the brakes off the Raiders. It was 48-9. Like, that and New Orleans game was 30-9, but they was playing against the Jets. So it's like, and the Titans should have won that game 20-0 against Jacksonville. Again, playing against Jets and Jacksonville, like, two worst teams right now, as well as the Lions. Denver beat the Lions 38-10, so it's like you got to give, like, they playing their hardest, but you still got to give credit to the offense in these games. But those are games y'all should have won, in my honest opinion. Cincinnati not Cincinnati. San Francisco 49ers beat Cincinnati by 3, 26-23, and they lost by a field goal, so. With, week 15 kicking off, we got New England versus the Colts, and then Chicago versus Minnesota, Kansas versus LA Chargers, and then Las Vegas Raiders versus Cleveland, Carolina versus Buffalo, New York versus Miami, and much more. So that's the start there. And O.J. Simpson, ladies and gentlemen, he is now a free man as his Nevada parole ends. He can do what he wants to do now. He can go, he can travel, he can do a lot. He's now a free man. So, he's free. His parole ends. And I'm just waiting for some more football, waiting for some more things. I want to know what coaches is going to leave. Who is on the hot seat? Who will not be in the job come the end of the season? So I'm waiting for, what's that, Black Monday or something like that? When all these coaches leave. So far, Jaguars is actually saying that they're going to stay with Urban Meyer. Now, they say that now, but we shall see when the end of the season comes. Because, like, we already seen an offensive coordinator go, and that was Carolina Panthers offensive coordinator Joe Brady. Like, he was gone. So, we shall see. But I'm about to give y'all some more music here on Dragon Sports Live. Stay tuned for more sports as we chop it up about the NBA. Curry is on a tear, and guess what he has done the other night. So stay tuned for more Dragon Sports Live. This is Darcima the Glass. Check out iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your music.
This is real. Would it make you wanna stay? Would it make you wanna be here? What if I say, come this way? Would it make you wanna stay? Would it make you wanna stay? Don't walk away. Don't leave me here alone no more. to get you out, get you out, get you out, get you out, get you out of my mind, out of my mind, oh, out of my mind. When all else fails and rhythms die, I'll stand up tall, I'll stand up high, I'll think of you and what you said and how it felt to break the glass with your false love, to smother me in your disguise and think of me as just a prize. And I'm feeling it, and I'm feeling it, and I'm feeling
Look, it all started with awkward moments and butterflies. All them late night conversations till the sun will rise. It felt so real when we would stare into each other's eyes. Girl, I thought we would make it, never thought otherwise. My baby girl, my princess, you were my everything. I saw a future, I seen kids, I seen a wedding ring. Now being with you was the only thing upsetting me. I missed the days when you was on my nerves stressing me. But sure enough, I fucked it up and now it's down the drain. I started drinking more than ever just to down the pain. These other girls is calling out, but they don't sound the same. I wish I saw the bigger picture before I found the frame. Now everywhere I go, it seems like they announce your name. And now you moving on, I'm feeling every ounce of shame. I know you out of my life, but you ain't out my veins. I couldn't see the sun when I was with you, now it rains. They say you never realize what you have until it's gone. I'm coming to you now to tell you that that shit ain't wrong. The other day I was just chilling, then I heard our song. That's when it hit me that I heard the girl that loved me, dog. The girl that would never put anything above me, dog. And at the time I didn't notice I was lucky, dog. I took her as a joke, but now that shit ain't funny, dog. And I respect she found a new man, good luck to y'all. But this the moral of my story, hope you pay attention. Been avoiding this part, this the shit I hate to mention. But most of us niggas dogs, we got the same intentions. The only time we seem interested is when you undressing. We make it seem like we the nigga that's gon' get it right. Buy you flowers, kiss your ass, and never hit you when we fight. Cancel on the homies just so you can come and spend the night. And never change the way we act towards you once you let us inside. That's just a fantasy though, we some savages. Cheating all the time and say sorry like they some accidents. A broken heart could turn a good girl bad, that's some tragic shit. She smoking blunts now, tears falling while she ashing it. She just wants love, something passionate. She cool with dollar menus, ain't never been on that fashion shit. A loyal man, she done with all that cheating, she ain't having it. Flowers to her job, surprises, endless gifts and packages. But thinking back, you just a memory now. But when I said I loved you, just know I meant every vow. You held a nigga down, who the fuck gon' carry me now? The feelings I still got for you is really wearing me out. Cause you still spin around my head like a merry-go-round. The thought of me being single forever scaring me now. You happy and I'm miserable, that shit embarrassing now. But karma finally caught me, now that bitch is staring me down. But I'ma learn from it, and I'ma take it as a lesson. Cause now I know not to ever make your number one girl second. She should be your main priority, never make no exceptions. When it comes to other girls, don't ever have her second guessing on some real shit. Just know I wish you the best. Maybe one day in the future I can slip you a text. Rendezvous and get some food and we can split up the check. Reconsider starting over if we somehow connect. But if we don't, the terms we ended on is cool with me. Just promise you won't forget about the time when we had unity. One day when your kids get curious, can ask who is he? Tell them that I was your first love when it was you and me. The one that got away, that's all I gotta say. But if you ever need me, just know I'm a call away. I always miss spending time with you on the holidays. Love your girl now, don't wait until it's too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dragon Sports Live. That last song that you just heard was Until It's Too Late by Izzy Official. So check them out on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your music. Make sure you send out to those artists. Because whatever I do, I'll make sure I support every artist that is on here too. So be sure to let him know what's going on. Be sure to let him know, that we in here. And that's all I'm going to say. Like I said, we back. Now, just like the NFL, the NBA has also been having an outbreak amongst the teams. So, our Bulls, we had to postpone the next two games. One would have been against the Pistons and the other, but we postponed our next couple games because we are under the threshold. You need a minimum of 8 players, and we have 10 players in protocol. But because of the hardship exception, we was able to sign Alfonso McKinney and to a 10-day contract, and then we brought some of our two-way players over. So it's like, even still, so we had to postpone games, but we might get Kobe White back as a Tuesday. We might have gotten Kobe White back and others, but mostly it's like a whole starting lineup basically is on the COVID list as far as the Bulls. So, like I said, hope we get better. Joining them is the Brooklyn Nets. They had quite a few cases. One of those included James Harden and Jeff Green, just to name a few of the big stars that's on there. They finished the game with 8 players. So they only had the minimum of players to start that game. And they went nuts. Like, they legit went nuts. They won that last game, took it to overtime. Durant scored 51 one game and came back for another one. But they actually positively went nuts. And, like I said, these outbreaks is getting ridiculous, but it happens. Like, even Kings interim coach Alvin Gentry, he tested positive. So, like I said, all we got to do is take it one day at a time. And, that's all we can do is just take it one day at a time. But 2-time NBA champ J.R. Smith, who traded in threes to go to college, has now earned a 4.0 GPA. He aimed to earn a 4-point GPA while he's also playing golf at a HBCU. So he's doing that. Since he couldn't play ball, he took on another sport. He wanted to be an athlete. Figured, but he still has a 4-point GPA, so that lets you know he's just put in work. His work never stops. It keeps going. Giannis is also put in protocols, and he's ruled out for Wednesday's night's game. And that was against the Pacers. Lakers have 3 in protocol, and they was already shorthanded. But Luka Doncic will miss his 3rd straight game with a sore ankle. So he's missing his 3rd game. Sore ankle. Hopefully he comes back. And I also seen a hint of Kyrie putting on sneakers. So I guess he's ready to play. I guess lacing up sneakers. I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm guessing he was ready to play. I don't know. But other positive news: Stephen Curry has passed Ray Allen as NBA's all-time 3-point king. He only needed 2 to do so, and he did so yesterday at Madison Square Garden, which is also the same place where he scored 51 on 11 of 13 from 3-point range. So, not only there, but In attendance, you had Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, and his family. And been a very wild, emotional roller coaster, but now he's, he got it. Now he's pushing past it and focusing on bigger things like winning a championship. And on possibly he's in the running for MVP. So that would be a good way to, end the season, get another championship, also win MVP. But they are looking pretty good. Far as standings right now, they playing their best basketball, and we still yet to see Clay. And that's the part that it's a little scary. It's like we yet to see Clay, and yet they're playing their very best basketball, but we yet to see Clay in the building. So right now, if y'all look at the standings, as far as the Western Conference, you got Golden State sitting number 1 at 23-5, Phoenix 22-5, followed by the Jazz. Then Memphis. Memphis is sitting 4th this year. Normally they will be last or 8th or playing in the bubble. But they're looking exceptionally well too. Now the Jazz is on a 7-game win streak. And you got the Clippers sitting in 5th, and then the Lakers at 6th. Dallas at 7th, and Nuggets at 8th. T-Wolves at 9th, and Kings at 10th. So them are possible, teams could be play-in or not. But that's in the Western Conference. Like I said, Warriors been looking great. Congratulations to Stephen Curry again for breaking that record. But now everybody's going to be trying to lock you down. But then you look at the Eastern Conference. We got the Chicago Bulls sitting in second at 17-10. Brooklyn at 20-8. And then the Bucs 18-11. Cavaliers looking good this year. We also got Kevin Love balling out. Miami sitting at 5th, 16-12. And then Philadelphia and Washington both at the same record, 15-13, but 76ers has the tiebreaker, so they're 6th. Washington Wizards is 7th. Charlotte Hornets is 8th, and then my Boston Celtics seems like we are struggling this year. We got an even 500 record, but we are sitting at 9th, and the Hawks is sitting at 10th. So I'm like, we'll see when what happens after All-Star break, but so far my Celtics not looking good, my Bulls looking good, and my Warriors looking good. But my Celtics seem to be struggling right now, so we shall see what happens. Hopefully they can turn it around and kick it up a notch, but I pretty much like where all these teams are looking. So I like what I see. Matter of fact, I love what I see. And, can't be much happier. Except with all the COVID thing. I wish everybody stays safe. And on that note, tune in for the next Dragon Sports Live. If you haven't done so, it's already on Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in Dragon Sports Live. And with that being said, this young dragon is signing off. My name is Dante Payne. You listen to Dragon Sports Live. Tune in again. Peace out.